Hello everyone, welcome back to Formatherapy. This is the Culture Study where we check out K-pop music videos and I give you my honest thoughts and reactions on them as both a video producer, a Korean American, and as a lifelong K-pop fan. Hi guys, my name is PD. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, if you're returning after seeing our Team reactions to their debut, welcome back. This is Firework by Team. I am super excited for it. I can't lie in my reactions, and my reactions for Team. I don't lie in my reactions. I don't fake things in my reactions. But there are moments where I'm so moved. I'm so moved that it is the most raw and visceral and genuine reactions I ever give in my life. And Team's debut definitely hit the mark on that. And I'm gonna be honest, I have been very, very eagerly awaiting this first comeback. I'm actually in the process of watching and audition after the fact because that's how much I loved that debut. It was the most incredible thing ever. And yeah, I have high hopes. I have high hopes for this comeback. Yeah, we'll talk more about it after the video. But if you want to support us, if you want to follow our Team journey, I'm watching and audition right now. I am on a break month right now. I am resuming and actually finishing and audition next month. So we're finishing all of the and audition show next month if you want to check that out with us. But if you don't want to, I don't have any other Team bonus drop content yet. So I would save your money. That's what you're looking for. But you can support us for free by always liking the video down below, making sure to subscribe, and leaving a comment. All right. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Either way, let's get into the video. This is Firework by Team, and this is your form of therapy. Oh. My precious time. Hey! Oh no, why is it right up my alley already? I noticed they haven't showed us any choreo yet. Oh wow. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. I love this chorus. Firework. No going back. Let me dance. Running so fast. 난 대작 날 tonight. I know you're so Oh.
The firework.
I'll be honest. If they repeated that chorus one more time, I almost cried. What? Again. Immediately. Again. Immediately.
My precious time. Your sight of firework. 高鳴ることは止まらない。どんな旅だろうといいんだ。この胸が叫び。今すぐ君に会いたい。あの空駆け抜ける色とりどりのフレーム。君も見ているなら。We feel the same 共に走り出そう降り注ぐ光は願い込めたシュート君を探していた Light me up まるでマジック You and I 忘れない目と目が合った瞬間 Bang bang 空に咲いた Firework 確かでバク転とした期待を確かにした君との出会いが教えてくれた僕は一人じゃないと I know in the love ざわめく胸の理由 I know in the life 夏の夜が僕に落としたの届かせもう一度火をつける君と僕が僕へ変わってく今空に咲いた Firework No going back 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 Let me dance Running so fast 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 後悔なんてしたくない絶対あの夜空に届けたい一人じゃ届かないでも僕らは手を伸ばす Firework Oh 降り注ぐ光は願い込めたシュート君を探していた Light me up まるでマジック You and I 忘れない目と目が合った瞬間 Bang bang 空に咲いた Firework
I really felt it. I think I really felt it because I almost cried. Like, I almost cried straight up at the end. But I think it has to do with, and like it's the song too. The song definitely is, it's that beautiful dance minor song that really, really makes you feel. But I think it's a mix of the choreo and the acting that actually almost made me cry. The song definitely plays a role, but the choreo had a very, and I'm sure Kay worked on it, because you can feel, especially like the jumping and the kicking, and it's just, there is a level of desperation for this that really makes you like emotionally feel something watching them dance. Like in the video, they're like, it looks like they're dancing for her, but in a way it's, you know, at the same time they're still acting, and the way they're dancing in the music video almost seems like they're dancing like their lives depend on it. Like this comeback depends on it. You know, like they dance like this is going to be their last comeback. I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm not foreshadowing anything. I'm just saying like the sheer desperation. And I'm like, guys, it's your first comeback. Like, and it is the most hype sounding song I've also heard too. Specifically, I imagine two other groups on this song. Like this song, In Another World, I could immediately, mind you, maybe produced slightly differently. But there are portions in this song where I freaking hear Taeyeon from TXT on this song. I freaking hear members of Enhypen. Like, I'm sure it might be the same people who produce most of Hybe's music, also producing this, maybe. But the sound, it's like, it's got that Hybe sound, and I love the Hybe sound. In fact, it probably reminds me a lot of like the desperation of Born to Be Thursday's Child. Na, 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 na. Taeyeon's vocals specifically on that reminds me of this a lot. And I feel like Anteam, the reason why it reminded, like, why I love their debut so much, and it might go down in my history as just like my personal favorite debuts of all time, is they feel like now they did this, like Under the Skin felt like a 17 song, and like now this, it feels like a this song. And I'm not comparing them to these people. I'm saying like they are following in the footsteps of giants, and the influence is clear, and the shared producers are clear. But Anteam, let's get into why they make it their fucking own. Okay. This music video is drop dead gorgeous. Not insulting any K-pop music video ever, but it is the most not K-pop looking K-pop music video, and it took a Japanese team to do it. One of the things that I will always give credit for is I personally love color grading in Japanese music videos, and the film look done by the Japanese crowd than by Korea. Now, I would assume that this would be a Korean team, but who knows? It might be a Japanese team. But if you look at this video, they go for what I personally see in a lot more Japanese music videos and Japanese films, which is going for the emulated film look. If you look at literally their faces, like if you look at Futa right here, like you can see the grain. There's a ton of grain on this video. It's like it's super grainy. It looks a little not appealing, but if you notice, there are moments where I feel like the grain actually like it made me actually pay attention to more shit. And like whenever there are scenes without the girl, it's color graded slightly in a much more dull way. So most notably, I would say, let's say So they're here like okay, first of all, before we actually get into the color grading thing, sorry, I meant to say Fuma. I confused Utah and Fuma at the same time, and I said Futa instead. And how could I forget that? Fuma had my favorite part in Under the Skin. That's insulting of me. But what I'm getting before we get into the color grade, I think I almost cried, and I wish the video, I don't know if they just didn't commit to the idea and I'm seeing it, or they're being purposeful about this. I think the girl, they're all friends, maybe they like her, what have you, and she finds out they're werewolves, and either she's like a werewolf hunter, or she comes from a family of people who hunt werewolves. Whatever it is, it feels like the firework is representing the emotions that they had for her, and then also representing the fireworks of her chasing them, of her trying to kill them. Like the fireworks are also the gunshots. So if you look at this scene right here, well, okay, hold on. We'll get deeper into the story of that in a bit. But specifically, the scenes that they have with her in the flower field, where they're all like looking at the flowers. Maki is putting his hand out, like everything's good, and then it cuts back to this scene. They look sad, like somber. The flower is the connecting element from the flashback scene to the current scene. But she's noticeably missing. So if you look at this scene, it's like really well saturated. But then if you cut to this scene, where he's dressed like a wolf boy, look, I think they're trying to say it's the same field of flowers, but now all the flowers are dead, right? And over the course of this, it's showing all their good memories together, but this specific scene right here. So like she raises the gun and points at them, and then the fireworks go off. So then there's this scene of, who is this? I can't quite tell, but the cheeks tell me that it might be maybe Yuma? Oh. I have a chat saying it might be Uiju or Nicholas. I don't know. Oh, it's Nicholas. Okay. So I feel like that's both a symbolic way of like being shot through the heart and literally getting shot at. So that scene of Kay crying, these scenes right here, these shots, if you look closely. Oh, interesting. Hold on. What was this shot? Oh, those are just, it's a wide exterior. Oh, it's a shaky cam. So if you look at this shot, these are not fireworks anymore. Those are shots at his feet. Those are, I feel like they're supposed to be shots at his feet, but they used probably fireworks, one, for safety reasons. They don't want to actually shoot at him. And two, it works, right? But yeah, he's getting shot at and he's running. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, the drums there sound amazing. Sorry. I got distracted by the music again. Okay. I have just a random theory But I like to imagine perhaps that this video, aside from the post-credit scene, is kind of cyclical, where you can finish it and you restart it again, and it's like the scenes are playing after the fact. So what I mean by that is, chronologically, it's nighttime here. The fireworks are going off. They're still having fun, whatever, etc. But if you look at the scene, well, the ending shot is them all on the beach, right? And it's presumably it's like a 4 or 5 a.m. twilight time. If you look at the post-credit scene, the full moon is out, right? And I wonder if this post-credit scene is supposed to be maybe perhaps even the moment when she finds out he's a werewolf. And then all the other scenes are after the fact. Like literally when they're running away. Yeah, like when they're running away, it's nighttime. It's dark. So I wonder if it's like all like the chronological order of this video is regardless of what the post-credit scene is, because I think it's, yeah, they get hunted, and basically all the sad scenes are basically them just being sad about it. But you can watch the video in like a cyclical order regardless. Wow, that's fascinating. Because like if you look at these scenes, there's a shot of, I don't know which member this is. Like this is also the same lighting. Is that Joe? I can't tell. My head can't. I can't tell. But that's also blue lighting. And I wonder if, first of all, I love this scene where they're roughhousing and they're playing football. I wonder if they are competing / vying for affection. I don't think that's the case, because then, quote unquote, that would be the main message and story of this entire video, right? But it seems like they all maybe either loved or cared for her in their own individual way. That's kind of what I'm getting, rather than them competing. But I think the competing aspect that you see here, it very much seems like a bunch of dogs roughhousing. You know what I mean? It's not just like, generic boys like wrestling together. The way they perform it really, it gives off an extra, yeah, like they're selling this wolf pack thing concept really, really well. So I really want to compliment them on their acting. The acting, I think, is superb. And then, you know, I want to just compliment the production team. I think probably the first moment where I almost cried is then that shot of Nicholas. That shot of Nicholas getting shot through the heart. That shot is so emotional and so visceral. And in the beginning too, like when they tease that in the intro and the opening, I already had a feeling, oh my God, like, are we going to be getting like some emotionally, like visually shocking things? And they did it in like the most, I want to say the most beautiful way ever. Like it's not gory, right? It's not gory to look at because there's no blood or anything. But first of all, the way he is acting and the immense pain and scorn on his face is just absolutely heart crushing. And so, man, I go back to the acting thing again. The acting is incredible. But even just like the blood red background, especially in a video that is so dark, it's so pale, it's so desaturated, other than the scenes with the girl. for the moment of betrayal to come at, whenever they think of the girl, it's in red. Whenever he's getting shot, it's in red. I love that. The red just, it makes it look halfway closer to like like almost like a horror film, but not completely, right? It's like that twist in like a horror movie, but it's more emotional. But the red is really eye-catching. My God. Hold on. I want to rewatch this.
Bend, bend, so line of sight to firework. I no going back. Let me dance, running so fast. Okay, 난 대작 날 닿다이. Tonight, I know you're so lonely. 휘둘리자, 두둑한 날. 내맘 벗겨나와, 태워놓은 firework.
I love the drums there. Oh my God.
So line inside the firework.
These boys are truly something special. I cannot get over. Firework, I'm not even going to give it a score. I'm not even going to give it a rating. All it needs is just one description. It's the perfect follow-up to Under the Skin. It really is. It's the perfect fucking follow-up. It is very similar to the vibe and genre. It's got that rock vibe going for it. So it feels like they're continuing something, and they're playing off of, honestly, what, got a lot of people's attention, but it's a very different song. And it's man, is it better than Under the Skin? I can't tell. Here's the problem. I think this song might be on the same par and quality as Under the Skin. It would be, I think, an insult for me to say that this is better than Under the Skin, but Under the Skin is not better than Firework. I think quite literally, debut to comeback track, both songs are at equal footing. And man, I can't think of a group that has done that for me. It's usually like, oh, they did better. Or like, oh, this is even better. But the debut was like, this is mind-meltingly incredible. And I just thought I don't know what I would be reacting with, but I'm just still floored and still in awe. To think that one of my favorite boy groups is a Japanese K-pop group. That's insane. But even down to the visual look of the music video, the way they treat this, the slightly much more crushed blacks, the intense grain that they add, even the bouncing between the saturation of the scenes without the girl, the scenes with the girl, it doesn't look like a K-pop video. It looks specifically like a film. Specifically like, I'm not a professional color grader, so I can't really note specifically what the Japanese film look is, but there is a specific look that the Japanese people do that I think is incredible. I think it always adds much more depth and intensity and sort of gravitas to either a music video or a film. And you really feel it here. And on top of that, you add in this incredible acting. And then just the incredible ideas and the intercutting, like the stuff with like Kay building the cake, or sitting by the cake, or them running with like fireworks playing in the background. Like, these are scenes we've all seen before. Like we've seen the typical idols running and like whatever. I'm gonna say this. From Maki and her holding hands, from them dancing while she's sitting on the brick wall, even just the shot of Taki like just like looking sad, and then the flower like is in his hand. Not a wasted shot in this entire music video. Not a single shot was just, I don't know, it just wasn't, how do I describe this? When I say this music video is a gut-wrenching, emotionally, an emotion-inducing film, I mean that about every scene. And I think it's the opening. I think it's the intro where they do the montage. I don't know why I clapped. You guys know what a montage is. The way they did the montage, I think that already sets a specific mindset when you go in to watch this. And then you add in the color grading, the bouncing between the color grading, the constant grain, the cinematography, a mix of all that. And then the acting, I felt like I wasn't watching a music video, even when they were dancing. And there's very little dancing in this, if you notice. It's largely all acting, and I really appreciate that. It genuinely felt like I was watching a movie, and they added music to it. But it didn't feel like one of those, oh, we're acting. Oh, we're going after a girl. That kind of story. It just wasn't the typical K-pop story music video. It genuinely had a lot of depth. It was genuinely very film-like, especially if you watch that extended cut of the Under the Skin music video. It's kind of like that, but the entire video. So yeah, I think it would be unfair of me to even give this a score compared to other videos, because it felt like they just released a short film, or they wrote a short film to accompany the song. And I love the way they did it. I'm blown away. If there was ever a boy group in my life that could ever give 17 a run for its money, it is Anteam. It is Anteam. And I say that in case you don't know, 17 is my favorite boy group of all time. But what I've always appreciated is that 17 wears their hearts on their sleeves. And I see that in Anteam. That's like the biggest thing I think Anteam has going for them, is they've got real heart, and they have passion, and the absolute desperation that I see is incredible. So the song, I mean, 11 out of 10, just incredible. No words. Video, I would say it's a little unrateable. It's a little unrateable. I will give it a solid 11 out of 10 for that as well. But in my heart, I do think I have a biased score probably that's way more larger than this. Like, even saying like 100 out of a 10 doesn't feel appropriate, because I don't think 100 points is enough. And I think that's just speaking to, I came up as a film director, and I watch a lot of movies and TV. And so it really speaks to the storyteller in me. And the way they chose not to even show like more, I do, and this is where I would probably do things a little different. I would probably, if that is the case of the story going through, although maybe they're just trying to be ambiguous about it, but the scenes where they're running away, I do think that perhaps maybe it should have, they should have shown a couple scenes where like they've got like blood running down their shirt or something like that, right where the hard part is, just so, or somewhere else, just so that it's a lot more obvious that she's trying to hunt them down. But other than that, this music video, it was perfect anyways. So that's really just like, that's just a difference of opinion. You know, that's me not making any commentary or any critique. I respect the director and their decision to how they went with it, because it's gotten us talking, right? So yeah. Okay. That was incredible. I'm going to end this video right here because I can keep talking, but I want to pass the question off to you. What do you think of Firework by Anteam? Do you think it's better than their debut? I personally love the fact that it plays off of Under the Skin in terms of vibes, but they go even harder in on it in a completely different way too. They didn't have this this theme in their debut music video, and the music video, like I said, is also very emotionally gut wrenching. So I loved it. I loved it. Yeah. What'd you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to support the channel, as I said, we're bringing back On Audition next month. If you want to check that out, that's going to be on our Patreon. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily. If you want to support us for free, make sure to subscribe over here. We're going to have a giant big button for you. Make sure to hit the like button down below. Leave a comment as well. Check out our other videos over here. And we'll see you in another Anteam video. Bye.